Hi, my name is Janis. I'm from Germany. I love Edison Format. And I'm going to show you one of the funniest decks I've ever built. I really like this deck a lot. I think it is from the concept, it is so weird and janky, but it's surprisingly good synergies. Like the synergies are working out, and it can be a pain in the ass to deal with for your opponent, I believe. And this is a pure plant deck. We're only playing plants. And we're playing Solidarity and we're playing DNA Surgery, turning our opponents' monsters into plants, and then using Fragrance Storm on them to just get rid of them. Draw a card. This is basically 3+1. Probably there should be a third Fragrance Storm in here. Yeah. But I'm not sure what I would take out for the Fragrance Storm. I took out one Gold Sarcophagus for Scapegoats. It's the last change that I've made. The replays that I'm about to show you in a second, they will still be 2 Gold Sarcophagus, no Scapegoats. But what you will see is Black Garden, also a card in here. We're giving our opponents plants. We're turning their monsters into plants with Ivy Checkers as well. And then we also use our plant tokens from Black Garden with Polynosis to deny like Heavy Storm or other things. Like Polynosis is just a Soul of Judgment, but you've got to tribute a plant. That's what we're going to do. Use Titanial effect and then also Solidarity, and then the World Tree whenever a plant is destroyed, and with DNA Surgery, even if it's our opponent's plant. We get a token, and then we can destroy a card on the field for 2 counters. For 3, we can revive, usually a Titanial or Lone Fire from graveyard. So yeah, let's jump right in. Sorry, I was a bit, how do you call it? I was a bit sick. My voice hasn't truly recovered. Also, I'm recording this on the same day as the video from last week. So yeah, if you're wondering if I always wear the same outfit now, I just recorded 2 videos in a row. So let's get into the replays. First off, we were against Blackwings. So this was the full, we really had to prove ourselves here, hadn't we? And our opponent, most of the back row is kind of fake. So we just attacked with a Koki Miro. And I forgot to use the effect to send a Dandy. I'm gonna be honest. Should have totally done that. We set a Black Garden, so now they can't even really summon stuff. Now we can use to send a Dandy. We would get really, really strong Botanical Lion, but they reveal their own Royal Oppression. So no tokens for us. But we are just like, okay. Get the Botanical Lion. It's a 2.2k beat stick. They Icarus attack us, so yeah, they kind of taking control. But we still have our Black Garden. And here I hope that we figured out this interaction correctly. If not, let me know in the comments. They paid 800 to deny the effect to summon these tokens, and this one then also didn't got halved the attack. I hope that's right. Let me know. Now we got a DNA Surgery and a Fragrance Storm, so our stuff is live. They just solemn our Botanical Lion, which I don't know if I agree with that. We use a Cactus Bouncer. And now we can set the DNA Surgery, because once they summon a monster, we use DNA Surgery and the Floodgate effect of Cactus Bouncer is live. So that's what we are going to do. And yeah, they just scoop on us. So game 1 is won, but they cannot break. But Blackwings, yeah, we defeated Blackwings nonetheless. Here they get rid of our Pokemon Mirror Rose, or whatever it's called. We have a World Tree. And they use that to get rid of it. First token. And yeah, Solidarity. Now our monsters are really pesky. Let's see what they do. Do they collude over? Yes, they collude. But This will give us our second token. And we can get rid of their Royal Oppression. Now we can use the Miracle Fertilizer. And they just scoop on us. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, he had a Dimensional Prism. Yeah, I don't know. Was this even black? Kind of weird. This, yeah, I mean, probably. Royal Oppression in the main. It's another Bayou. It's kind of a hybrid build of Blackwings and Bayou, but yeah. We won. Next up, we were against fan favorite, and this was one of my favorite duels that I've played. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I really like this one because we were against Geminis. And maybe let's do it this way, not that fast. So they set their back row, we set our back row. And they start with Supervise, go into a Stardust. Use Supervise to get back the Dark Valkyria. Will he use it? No, we Polynoses. Okay. We Polynoses the Stardust. They were a bit fast. I told him in chat. You can see the chat still, right? Also want to hide the chat. I told him thinking on Stardust Summon. So they just got the Valkyrie back. I'm not 100% sure the Supervise is happening after that, right? It doesn't miss timing. Or does it? Because it used Polynosis on the Stardust. Wait, how was this worded? If this face-up cuts, so I think it shouldn't miss timing. Okay, yeah, they just attack. We get a token here, yes, I don't forget it. Now we Ivy Checkle. I think you made a mistake and I bullshitted our opponent. I'm really mad about it myself. Okay, now we use... Okay, we turn their card into a plant, pop it with Fragrance Storm, draw one. Unfortunately, it's not a plant, otherwise we could have drawn one more card. And then we also get a token from the destruction of the Dark Valkyrie because it was a plant. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Here I tried to use Gold Sacrifice. Somehow it always slips my mind that it doesn't work on the Imperial Iron Wall, because for me this is not really like banishing a card, it's just like you get it in 2 turns, but yeah, it banishes, it says on the card. But in my head this is a separate category and true banishing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Here we pump up this token with the Solidarity. And I'm like, if you have this much back row, if you have a permanent, maybe you aren't on Heavy Storm, and I'm right. They are on Scrap's Iron Scarecrow though, so yeah. Here we draw a Polynosis, so now even if they do have Heavy Storm, we are safe for now. Cactus Bouncer, so now we Floodgate them. And this one will get, yes, Scrap Iron Scarecrow. And here the Mirror Force is like, I use the Polynosis on here, now we Black Garden. And yeah, they don't really draw monsters. Now they get rid of the Black Garden, which is fine because Lone Fire is a bit conflicting with Black Garden. They get the Stardust back, but it's not even bigger than our Cactus Bouncer, so they steal it and they tribute it. And they use this one to get their Dark Valkyrie, and then they attack us with it. But we use the Hedge Guard. Does this make sense? I mean, couldn't they have attacked with the other cards? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened, because this only protects for 1 battle. Maybe we both forgot that. This was kind of new to this deck and to those cards. Don't know what happened here. Let's not talk about that. Shall we? Here we go to the Botanical Lion, which only profits of our plans, unfortunately. So their plans are not in there for the calculation. Skip Iron Crow, and we could have used the Titanial to Tribute this to get rid of the scrap Iron Crow, but I was like, yeah, don't sweat it, we just attack. And because this was a plant, we get a token here. Our opponent was irritated about that, but I was like, Ivy Shackles, your monsters are plants as well. But I think here is where I messed up. Because, right, Valkyrie gets destroyed. And I put a token on here. And I shouldn't have done so because Ivy Shackles only turns my opponent's cards into plants in their turn. I'm really ashamed because this was such a good duel and now I completely ruined it by this mistake, but I still wanted to show you because both decks were popping off, but my deck was a bit fake popping off. Sorry, I gotta drink something. So yeah, Mirror Force, they use Starlight Road, which is unfortunate, but we will live this turn. And like I said, here we get rid of the scrap Iron Crow, and I should have been only at 1, so I should have lost here. But yeah, mistakes were made, mistakes were not realized by both of us, so that's where we at. So yeah, let's just run through. Cheated our way to victory, like we always do. No, not always, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes we lose because we get cheated. Okay, so especially with newer decks where you have not kind of automized, like if you automatically know what your cards do here, they try to put in Garak Lone Fire, which obviously doesn't work. And they use the Mystical Space Typhoon with Solidarity. And I was like, yeah, I have a Polynosis for this, but I could have just used the Titanium and saved the Polynosis for, I don't know, for other spells, like Supervise. So yeah. Kind of waste of Polynosis when Titanium would have just done the same. But all our monsters are big. This one is really annoying. Gets 1 monster, gets 1 more. Here we use the effect of Titanium now. And now we can at least hit over 1 of them. Then we reveal the Hedge Guard. Okay, Supervise, probably use the effect. We use this to get rid of this one, but it just gets back and gets supervised. So they can use it again. Use the effect to trade. Now they get the Blacewing Butterfly. They haven't normaled yet, so they can use it. Get back the Valkyrie. And yeah, they attack us. Which... okay, I used the Torrential. Now we're just beating them down, and here this is where Solidarity is so good because we just normal summon it to 1100 attack beatstick. Not even letting them do this, and now we're just beating them down. They have the Supervise, pop the Botanical Girl, but it will give us a search. Attack us directly. But Cactus Bouncer will be like exactly now. What is their back row? It's a pulling Garak, so I think we even know about it. And he could have sparked us. I don't know what happened. Yeah, okay, they spark us now. And why do they get this one back? Ah, because Supervise, obviously. But this one will get us a Rose token, which is under Solidarity. And this is really funny because Solidarity and Rose tokens, this one also gets halved from Black Garden. They are a menace. They are a pest. They are really pesky. You basically need a monster with 3000, with more than 3200 attack if you just want to slap it on the field and beat a Rose token under Solidarity when your monster gets halved. So yeah, that's brutal. So that's what we do, we beat them down. Maybe there should be a third Solidarity in this deck. Solidarity is so good. And what do we do here? We could use Miracle Fertilizer, get the Titanial, and then use Fragrance Storm on their token. That's something we could do, but I was like more... Okay. Yeah, I was more conservative, and yeah, here they just surrender, won the game. And next replay, also that's the last replay I'm going to show you for today. It's against Spell Counters. So, another interesting deck. We start strong with one of the strongest normal summons in the game, Alone Fire. Here they want to take it from us, and I don't know. Maybe I was like, yeah, you don't get it, but what are they going to do with it? Like, they're not going to synchro with it. They aren't allowed to tribute over it. So I think Cyber Valley was the only thing that we should have been afraid of. Maybe, yeah. And then when I look at their hand, this was a bait, wasn't it? So yeah, hell for their bait, but that's what it is. Here they miscounted their stars, I believe. Did they? Wait, is this level? Are they just bullshitting us? They bullshitted us. They did. That's the karma that we've got for bullshitting our prior opponent. They shouldn't have been able to make Arcanite, because now they use all these spell power rests on them and clear our board again and again, and we can't do anything about it. They bullshitted us, for sure. Here we get the DNA surgery, but we can't even, we can't even set up anything. Like, we can't set up the DNA surgery and then Friggle Storm this, because they just destroy everything. Because they made us of a 5 and a 3. They made it level 7. Synchro. Okay. Will we get back to them for this? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Here they destroy our world tree, which is unfortunate. Here I solemn their Blackwing Gale, because I'm like, yeah, you're not going to make another Arcanite Magician on me. They twisted the Solidarity, which is bare luck. Black Garden, which, well, it's kind of dead because weird. But if they get rid of one, okay, yeah. So we just washed them, as you see. They get rid of one Cactus Bouncer, the other one is still a problem for them, because once there's one single plant token, they can't special summon anything. And this time we catch them, because they do the same thing, and I'm like, nope, that's a level 8. And they're like, yeah, sorry, my bad, I keep forgetting. And so they make a Stardust, which is also pretty pesky, because the Fragrance Storm with the DNA Surgery or Ivy Shackles is not working out here. We can even... Oh yeah, we activate the Ivy Shackles, because if it gets destroyed while face up, we can draw a card. So this actually is working out here. And here they need us with one token. We draw a ball tree, which is nice, but yeah, gets destroyed anyway. Gold Cyberfuck for Solidarity, because that will really help us out to beat over stuff. And here I don't really agree with that one, because they could have just attacked. If I have Mirror Force, I have Mirror Force, and if they fear a Deep Prison, then just don't attack. If I have Mirror Force, they could have negated it, so I don't know about that one. In Mind Control, the Botanical Girl, and wait, these are both DNA surgeries. They can't even go for games, so I don't really know what they're up to here. Just pushing some damage, I guess, which I don't know if I agree with that one. And now we can just do this Solidarity. And then now we turn their cards into plants to fuel our world tree. So we use this one and this one, destroy 2 plants, get 2 tokens. And then probably... No, we use the Fragrance Storm, because this is also a plant under DNA Surgery. And what do we draw? It's a plant, so we draw one more. This was kind of a gamble because without a plant, Koki Miro, Gravy Rose would have destroyed itself. But now we have a plant, so that's all we need. We are super weak to Heavy Storm, but I'm like, yeah, gotta risk it. Just apply pressure. This one goes back to 1900 because Solidarity only is when I control them. So do we think about this? Okay, they just synchro, and that doesn't make sense because these rose tokens, they are dark type. And they are stronger than this, so even if you can destroy this botanical girl, which they just realized, I get a search of it, and then I just run this over with the token, so we brought it back even though we were cheated against. So yeah, that's the deck, and I think it's like I said, it's really funny. You use Fragrance Storm on their monsters under DNA Surgery. If they are not dragons, they don't, or machines sometimes. Yeah, DNA Surgery can disrupt them as well. If they are playing plants, you don't even need the DNA Surgery. You just side it out and then go all in. Hit them with Fragrance Storms and the World Tree and stuff. Solidarity makes these rose tokens really strong, and then let's go back to this one. And then you also have the Polynosis to disrupt their plays, protect your back row, and then the World Tree gets pops and revives. And this deck, yeah, you can also hit them with the Rivalry, because once you declare plant, they can't even summon stuff under Rivalry other than plant types. This one, I don't know, I just put it there. I don't know if I want to use it. Floodgates that you could side in. So yeah, really interesting deck in my opinion. And I don't know how good it is yet. I haven't played it actually enough on the ladder, but I will play it more because it's so much fun. And as you see, you can, yeah, it can really do some stuff. Maybe a third Solidarity, because whenever you get Solidarity, your normal summons get so big and so scary, and then you've got Polynosis to play through their back row or through their power plays. Yeah, Scapegoat, like I said, I just included because it gives you 4 bodies, which are plant types under DNA Surgery. So, and even if you don't have DNA Surgery, it's a nice way to stall out your opponent as well. But under DNA Surgery with World Tree, with Polynosis, with Lone Fire, with Titania, even Fragrance Storm, sometimes you use it on your own card. Yeah, I really want a third Fragrance Storm, but I don't know what to get out. Maybe it is the Gold Sarcophagus. Maybe it is. Yeah, let me know what you would change about this deck. Leave a like if you like this one, and if you want to see new decks, every Sunday I want to present you a new deck. And not every Wednesday, but sometimes on Wednesday, I will upload another video. So, but on Sunday, you can expect a video. On Wednesday, probably like 80% of the time. So yeah, stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to support me, and see you in the next one. Bye.